On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the city of Hiroshima, Japan, and 3 days later, on August 9th, dropped another atomic bomb on the city of Nagasaki. In total, it is estimated that at least 150,000 people died as a result of the two bombings. On Monday, August 6th, Occupy Nukes and other anti-nuclear protesters held a die-in protest at Manhattan's Rockefeller Center to demand an end to nuclear weapons proliferation and production. Dressed in black to symbolize charred bodies, the protesters howled in pain before falling to the ground in a simulation of death. The protest was held in front of the headquarters of General Electric. 5 of the 6 nuclear reactors that melted down in March 2011 in Fukushima, Japan, were designed by General Electric. Other protests occurred on the same day at the Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico, where the bomb was developed, and at the Kitsap Bangor Naval Base in Puget Sound in Washington, which is home to 8 nuclear-powered submarines which carry nuclear missiles. At an annual ceremony in Hiroshima on August 6th, Harry Truman's grandson, Clifton Truman Daniel, said, "It's now my responsibility to do all I can to make sure we never use nuclear weapons again." U.S. Ambassador John Roos also attended the ceremony in Hiroshima. The United States remains the only country in the world to have ever used nuclear weapons in war. GE is currently seeking permission to build a new uranium enrichment facility in Wilmington, North Carolina, pending approval by the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. A common belief is that if the U.S. had not dropped the atomic bombs, a ground invasion of Japan would have been necessary. The rationale goes on to presume that this ground invasion would have caused more death and destruction than the bombings. However, many officials' figures have stated otherwise, including Fleet Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet during World War II, and Admiral William D. Leahy, Truman's Chief of Staff. Leahy wrote that the use of this barbarous weapon at Hiroshima and Nagasaki was of no material assistance in our war against Japan. The Japanese were already defeated and ready to surrender.
We're out here today just to bring attention to the anniversary of the bombing of Hiroshima and in 3 days Nagasaki, and we just want to reiterate the craziness of how our government is spending massive amounts to keep the fossil fuel industries in business. In the past 10 years, the trillions of dollars that have been spent to support nuclear energy, more so than all what we're spending on health, on education, on any kind of alternative energies. And it's just so out of balance, and we're concerned that it's rigged, that the fossil fuel industries are the ones keeping this all going. We need their subsidies to be stopped, and we want solar energy.
Not another second, not another hour. We can't live with nuclear power. Not another second, not another hour. We can't live with nuclear power. Not another second, not another hour.
People say nuclear energy is safe. It's clean. It is neither safe nor clean. There have been innumerable leaks, radiation leaks, which cause cancer in nuclear power plants throughout the world.
We have to shut down the Fukushima as possible, as early as possible.
Tell me what's happening in Fukushima.
It's ridiculous.
It is no coincidence that the material out of which nuclear weapons are made is called plutonium, because Pluto is the god of hell. And today, hell was opened up for the people of the world. Hundreds of thousands of innocent people, mostly civilians, were murdered in Hiroshima, and hundreds of thousands more were radiated right into the 3rd and 4th generation. And I had the bitter privilege of visiting and working with the Ibakusha, they are called. These are the burnt people These are the survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And it was a heartbreaking but powerful experience to meet with these people, many of whom are deformed, terribly burnt, and others simply are suffering from all kinds of forms of exotic cancer, which they are passing on to their children. And many of whom, because of their suffering and the feeling that all life is over for them, decided instead to dedicate their lives to making sure that nuclear weapons would never be used again.